Welcome everyone to Vested Interest. This is Shane, and in this video we are going to wrap up 2024. We will take a look at the dividends and options received in December, as well as a final overview of the final numbers for the year. Actually, we'll really look at towards the end of the video what 4 years of dividend growth investing, the actual results of 4 years of dividend growth investing. But before we get too far in the video, I'd like to take a moment to thank everyone who's taken the time to watch, comment, and subscribe on the video. Special thank you to the subscribers out there. Really do appreciate all of your support. The channel continues to grow because of people like you. For those of you who may be stopping by for the first time, on this channel we focus on dividend growth investing. It's not rocket science, in my opinion. The best way to do anything, keep it as simple as possible. So it really boils down to consistently investing, buying dividend growth stocks and growing companies with a positive cash flow that covers the dividend, and companies with a high return on their invested capital. I utilize both a dollar cost average approach, consistently investing into the portfolio on a weekly basis, and I believe consistency is the key. Whatever your investing timeline is, whether that's weekly, monthly, quarterly, once a year, whenever you get your taxes back, it is important to stay consistent and always be investing into the market. That's why I do it on a weekly basis. I also will put larger deposits into the portfolio whenever I get a bonus. Typically that's what it is. But if someone was to pass and leave me with a large chunk of money, or I was to win the lotto, which I don't really play the lotto, but if I was, I would put the money into the portfolio as well, probably into my daughter's custodial accounts as well. And for those of you who do have kids, I think it's important to start a custodial account whenever they are young. All that birthday and Christmas money can go right in there, and you're building over the 18 years of the beginnings of their life to be able to turn over a nice portfolio to them. Now, I do cover all my investments in the portfolio on the channel. It is free to see what I'm doing, but if you would like to help me out, you can hit that thumbs up button down below if you find any value in the content. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Join us on this journey to financial freedom. Join the vested interest community. Click that subscribe button down below. Click the notification bell so you're notified whenever we put out any new content, along with this monthly series where we cover the week or the month's wrap up for dividends and options for the previous month. I also do a weekly stock pick of the day series Monday through Thursday whenever the market's open. I also do a monthly series on what I'm looking to buy as we run into a new month, in this case a new year. So that one will be coming out probably tomorrow on the 1st. The market will be closed, but we will cover what I'm looking to do in 2025. So tune back in for that video. There is the thanks button. I need to update this as well. There is a thanks button down there for those of you who want to buy me a cup of tea. Click that, and there are several tiers in there as well. But let's get into the video. Run through the entry was a little long there, so let's run into the actual video here. All right, dividends received in December. So we started receiving dividends on the 2nd there. We received dividends from Pfizer, ticker PFE. This is out of the healthcare sector. Have not added any here, but it is below my cost basis. May look to add here as we enter into January into Pfizer. We did receive $133.57 in dividends. Kroger also paid us on the 2nd, ticker KR. This is out of the consumer staples sector. Pfizer is out of the healthcare sector. Kroger paid us $32.56. Another one that I haven't really added to. Ticker AWK is American Waterworks. They paid us $78.90 on the 3rd. I did recently add a share here. May look to nibble on this one. This is out of the utility sector. While it's pulled back, it's not quite below my cost basis, but it's very close to my cost basis. Enbridge, out of the energy sector there, ticker ENB, is at, they paid us $130.42 in dividends. Johnson & Johnson is one that I'm looking to nibble on as well. It is just below my cost basis. This is also out of the healthcare sector. Ticker J&J, paid us $148.96 on Tuesday the 10th. LyondellBasell, ticker LYB, another one that has really pulled back. A lot of stocks have pulled back in the market right now. A lot of value out there, in my opinion. LyondellBasell, out of the material sector, is another one that is presenting some value. I have recently added to this position. Would like to add a little bit more while it's below my cost basis. Ticker LYB, paid us $161.56 on the 10th. Then we jump over to Thursday the 12th, ticker HVT, Haverty Furniture Companies, out of the consumer discretionary sector. They paid us $63.95. On Friday the 13th here, Realty Income, ticker O, the monthly paying REIT out of the real estate sector, paid us $68.74. Jumping down here to Monday the 16th, the dividend growth ETF here, ticker SCHD, paid us $128.14. This is an ETF.
Next Era Energy, ticker NEE, also out of the utility sector, paid us $86.79. SCHD, if I didn't mention it, is part of my weekly buys. I'm adding to this every week, regardless of the market. Google, ticker GOOGL. This is Alphabet, out of the information technology sector. They paid us $14 on the 16th. Then we jump down to our other weekly buy here, ticker VTI. This is the Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF here, paid us $48.24. Friday the 27th, we received dividends from Kraft Heinz Company, ticker KHC. This is another one I've been adding to recently. It is below my cost basis. Don't mind building this one out. Nice high dividend yield on this one. $86.16 was paid on the 27th by Kraft Heinz. And last but certainly not least, on the 30th, we received dividends from Union Pacific, ticker UNP. This is one that I recently added to the last couple weeks. I think I added 4 shares here, while it is close to my cost basis, under 15% of its 52-week low anyway. Don't mind building this one out and bringing my cost base up a little bit. Ticker UNP is out of the industrial sector. They paid us $57.03. Total received for the month of December, not quite a record, but it is one of the higher months. We received $1,239.02 for the month of December in dividends. So this is it. The total dividends received for 2024. December, there's that $1,239.02 that we received, and the total for the year, $10,893.70 in dividends. Really like that. That is a new record. Hopefully every year we're setting a new record. That's what the goal is overall. And this continues to grow whether the market's up, whether the market's down, or whether the market's floating sideways as we add new capital every week, as the positions in the portfolio pay out their dividends and buy more shares, and as they raise their dividends over time. Now let's jump into the options. You can see here, it was not a great month for December, but we finally got something to hit this week. With the pullback, we went back in and threw several options plays out. These two were the ones that hit, and these really were the only options for the month. It was a very slow month in options. Last week, I didn't even throw anything out, with it being a shorter week for New Year's. But this week, even though it was a shorter week, I did throw some out, and this is what hit. We received $49.92 total for the week. For the month, really, and that was from BABA. One covered call here for BABA. That's what the -1 represents. That is one contract. BABA is the ticker of the company that the contract was on. It's a covered call because we own 100 shares. That -1 represents 100 shares, so a contract is 100 shares. BABA is out of the consumer discretionary sector. This is a Chinese company. We wrote that covered call to end on the 3rd, so it is still in play. It will end on Friday. We'll see where it's at. If it is over $88, which is the strike price, then these positions will be called away for the $88. I'll receive those funds. I'll keep the options premium. If it is under $88, I'll keep the 100 shares. I still keep the options premium, and then I'll probably look to run it again on them in the future. This is one that I have been running pretty consistently throughout the year, a play on. Now, the other one is another contract, single contract. There's that one -1, so that represents 100 shares again. LRCX is the position we ran the covered call on. That is Lam Research, out of the information technology sector. Same end date of January 3rd, expiration date January 3rd, so this Friday. $75 was the strike price. So again, if it's $75 or above, these shares would be called away. If it is under $75, then I will keep the shares, and I will keep this $28 minus the fees, so $27.46 total. Total of the $22.46 from the BABA call and the $27.46 from the Lam Research call, $49.92 for the month of December. Again, not a very good month overall, but every little bit helps. This goes right back into the portfolio to build out the overall portfolio and continue to grow. So total options, as you can see, not as good as it was last year. We've only been running options for a couple years now, not even quite 2 years, really. We got into it about mid-year last year. We had some very good luck in several positions last year, made significantly more. But this year, as you can see, with the December payout there, total for the year of 2024, $2,174.83. And again, that goes right into the portfolio just to kind of juice it up a little bit. Extra capital
to add to the portfolio outside of my weekly contributions. And here it is for the month of December with the dividends and options received. Total cash flow was $1,288.94. So if I needed to use that to pay bills, obviously I could definitely pay a car payment with that if I had one. My truck is paid off, so I don't need to do that. Pay a insurance payment, light bill, buy some groceries, whatever I need to. Right now I do have the drip set. So all of the dividends paid out, they automatically go back in and buy more shares of the company that pays the dividends. And the options, I am not keeping that money. That is going right back into the portfolio as well. We already saw the total dividends, $10,893.70 for the year. Total options, $2,174.83 for the year. That brings the total cash flow for 2024 to $13,068.53. So again, this all stays in the portfolio right now. I am just reinvesting those dividends, reinvesting the options. But that would be a little over $13,000 to pay bills if I needed to do that. And eventually, that is what I will use the portfolio for. That is the idea of the portfolio. Eventually, this will replace my everyday job. I can retire and just pay my bills out of the dividends and live my life out of the dividends. Now here you can see, right, we started way back in 2021, so just about 4 years investing, at least into this portfolio. I've been investing since about 2001 in some manner, either whether it was through a 401k. Early on, I had a investing account where I was just dumping money into myself, into a Roth IRA. But I closed that account several years back and opened this one up. My brokerage account that I currently use has been going since March of 2021. So you can see this year-over-year growth, but we'll focus on December real quick before we jump into the overall year-over-year and what we're going to do going forward. Here's that $1,239.02 we received in December. Compared to last year, we are up 32.08%, right? So from the $938 and 3 cents we received last year to the current, that's a 32% gain year over year in dividends. And you can see that nice stair step up, and that's what you really want to see. Again, not quite a record here. The record for the portfolio was back in September, $1,344.39. We are getting very close to being every month over $1,000 in dividends. If you average it out right now, we're already there, but we still have this payout here, which will be the January payout that is still slightly under. I don't know where we'll be in January, but I'm thinking we're going to be in the $600-700 range. So hopefully by the time, and if you jump over, the next payout will be in April. So I'm hoping that by the time we reach April, all of the months are $1,000 in dividends or greater. It's not just the average. I'm also trying to decide, do I keep all the years going forward? Maybe I'll do a 5th year here, leave that for, instead of dropping off a year as we add a new one, which is what I've been doing so far. I've just been leaving all of the years I've been investing, so you can see that year-over-year growth, month over month, quarter over quarter, see it, that stair step up on all of them. And there's a few like this one here, right, back in June. We had a drop down here from 2022 to 2023's year-over-year gain was, I think, the only really drop we had year-over-year. Part of that was me reallocating funds, and some of that was LyondellBasell paid out a huge dividend one year. I think it was here in 2022, a special dividend, which gave us more than what is typical. But some of that was reallocating funds, selling some positions and reallocating some funds. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Should I start dropping off years? The chart seems to be easy enough to read and understand, but if it starts getting jumbled, I'll definitely drop off years. I think I can get at least another, maybe I'll do a 5-year running total, and then we'll see what the 6th year looks like as we roll into 2026. But for 2025, I think I'm going to keep them all going back to the year we started the portfolio to 2021. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Well, that is really it. That is the December dividends as well as the year-over-year update, the wrap-up of 2024 there. Very good year overall. Like to see the growth in the portfolio. I think right now, if I was to do the math, I think we're averaging about from year-over-year, whenever we look at, December or November, October, whenever we look at the year-over-year growth, we're right around 30% or a little over 30% growth year-over-year, which is good. It's obviously not consistently the same every week, but it's pretty close to that average year over year. Hopefully we continue that in 2025. Let me know how your portfolio did in 2024, what you're looking to add as we roll into 2025. And again, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below so you can join the vested interest community. And that is really it. As always, appreciate you stopping by. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to show me some love. Hit that thumbs up, ring the notification bell. Most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Join us on this journey to financial freedom. Join the vested interest community. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you're adding to your portfolio as we head into 2025. How did you do overall? Do you run options? How have your options plays been doing? Again, mine have been very sporadic this year, very up and down market. It seems like whenever I was going low, they were going high, or everything was running up. And whenever everything was running up, I was trying to go the opposite direction. That just happens in options. That's why it is not a main focus of my channel. It is just a supplement to the channel. I do personally read and respond to the comments. I'm always interested to read your questions, opinions, or suggestions for future topics. And this is Shane signing off, wishing peace and prosperity to you and yours. And remember, financial security comes to those who take a vested interest. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a great New Year's. Happy New Year's. It is New Year's Eve. Be safe out there. Get an Uber if you need, or a Lyft if you need to. Don't drive intoxicated. Enter 2025 on a high note. That is my suggestion and recommendation to you. And we will see you in the next one. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing in this presentation should be considered financial advice. I am only sharing my opinion and investing journey for educational and entertainment purposes. Investing involves risk. You can lose money. You should never invest any amount you are not comfortable with losing. Always do your own research. Invest based on your situation, circumstances, and selected criteria, or seek the advice and counsel of a certified financial advisor.